once again. Very good morning to everyone. Now, I want to ask something, and do tell me if this sounds familiar to all of you. You're scrolling through your phone late at night because apparently that's what we do now instead of sleeping, and you come across someone. Maybe it's a woman who runs her own business and still finds time to meditate. Maybe it's a man who coaches his kids' cricket team every weekend without fail. Or maybe it's your own friend who somehow manages to stay calm in every crisis while you are stress eating biscuits in the kitchen. And you think, God, I wish I was more like that. Yeah, we all have people we admire, people we secretly study, people whose energy we want to borrow, bottle, and keep in a handbag. But here's the thing nobody says out loud. What if you stopped admiring that person and started becoming them? So today, we're not talking about chasing someone else's life. We are talking about something far more exciting than that. We are talking about becoming someone you admire. So here's a quick question. Why do you admire the people you admire? Let me say that again. Why do you admire the people you admire? Think about it. Really think. What is it about them that pulls you? Now, those people can be your parents, any of your friends, your teachers, your mentor, anybody. What is it about them? Is it their discipline? Is it their kindness or their ability to say no without a three-paragraph explanation? Or their calm, their courage, their action? So here's what psychology actually tells us. And this is the part that should stop you mid scroll. You can only recognize in others what already exists somewhere within you. Let me say that again and let that sink in. You can only recognize in others what already exists somewhere within you. Let that sit for a second. You don't admire someone's patience because you are a chaotic mess with no hope. You admire it because you have felt patience, maybe briefly, maybe in small doses, and you know what it feels like. You know its value. That recognition, that's yours. Let me tell you about Meera. She's 38-year-old homemaker in Pune. Once told me she admires women who speak their minds without apologizing. And she said, I could never do that. But in the same breath, she described how she stood up at her child's parent teacher meeting and told the teacher calmly but firmly that a teaching method wasn't working for her son. The whole room went quiet that day. She changed the conversation. And Meera, who could never speak her mind, the quality was always there. She just hadn't introduced herself to it yet. And now, here's where most of us go wrong. We see someone we admire and we go into comparison mode. Oh, she wakes up at 5 a.m. I can barely wake up at 8 a.m. He reads 30 books a year. I haven't finished one since 2019. She handles everything so gracefully. I cried in the bathroom at work last Tuesday. And comparison? Let me be very clear about this. Comparison is a thief. It steals your energy, your confidence, and your biscuits, mostly your confidence. But embodying is different. Embodying means asking, What would that version of me, the one I'm working towards, do right now, in this moment, with this situation? Let me tell you about Arjun. He's 42, a sales manager in Delhi. He used to talk about a colleague he deeply admired, someone who never raised his voice in tense meetings. You know, Arjun called him annoyingly composed. For months, he compared himself and felt inadequate. And then one day, in the middle of a heated client call, Arjun caught himself about to explode and asked, what would he do right now? He took one breath, lowered his voice, and said, let's find a solution. The client later emailed to it saying it was the most productive call they have had. Arjun didn't become his colleague, he became a better version of himself. His admiration, using it as a compass, not a comparison. So, see, we've been taught to set goals: lose 5 kg, read 12 books, earn this much, achieve that. Goals are fine. But here's the problem with goals alone: when you miss them, you feel like a failure. And when you hit them, the feeling lasts approximately 4 days. And then you are back to where you started, wondering what's next. So, identity based growth works differently. Instead of asking, what do I want to achieve? It asks, who am I becoming? Because when you start seeing yourself as a certain kind of person, a patient person, an honest person, a present person, your daily choices begin to match that identity. Not because you're forcing yourself, but because that's just who you are now. So it's the difference between saying, I'm trying to exercise, and I'm saying, I'm someone who moves their body. The second one doesn't need willpower, it just needs identity. And identity, it is built one decision at a time. Okay. So now I need you to do something right now. So let's get practical. Pick up a pen, actual pen, not your phone, and write down 5 qualities you genuinely admire in other people. Yes, 5 qualities that you admire. Maybe it's confidence, maybe it's consistency, or ability to be kind even when someone's being difficult, or maybe it's knowing when to rest without guilt. It can be anything. Write 5 qualities. Yes. And once you are done, please let me know. Just write one word. You don't need to write complete sentences. Thank you. So I hope all of you are done. And now look at your list. Yes, read it. Those are not qualities you are admiring in strangers. Those are qualities you are recognizing in yourself. Qualities that are waiting to be practiced. Yes. And pick one, just one, whatever out of the 5, whatever you want to be the first one. And today, not someday, because someday is not a day, right? Today, practice it consciously, even once, even in a small way, because I don't want you to do something big. Let it be a baby step, because that will prove, or that will show to yourself that you took action. So, one moment of patience, one act of honesty, one decision made from courage instead of comfort, whatever you feel like, because that's how you begin. And I want to leave you with the metaphor that started this whole conversation. Stop searching for role models, start becoming one. So, somewhere out there is a younger person, maybe a teenager, maybe a child, maybe your own, who will one day think about you the way you think about the people you admire. They'll notice how you handle something difficult. They'll remember the time you were kind when you didn't have to be. They'll see your discipline, your grace, your honesty, and they'll think, I want to be more like that. Yes, you're already becoming someone who's worth admiring. You just have to choose it consciously, consistently, today. Yes. So here's your call to action. 3 steps. That's all. One, look at your list of 5 qualities. You already made it. Two, circle the one you'll practice today. Only one. Just circle it, highlight it. And at the end of the day, ask yourself, did I show up as that person even once? Even once is enough to get you started, because the person you admire, they started exactly where you are right now. The only difference is they kept going. So, with that thought, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you.